Alright.
What's your charges, Mr. Tyler? Using a chainsaw?
Jack off Sunday's hater.
Santa Claus is a witness? Hold on, can we get Santa Claus in here? Hold on, how do I... can you please get Santa Claus in the building, please?
Your Honor, with all due respect, this is a bit unprofessional, no?
Can you bring Santa Claus in the building?
Damn it, Tyler, do it.
Your Honor, Santa Claus is on the other side. That is their witness.
Oh yeah, ours is the doctor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. I apologize. Anyway, so... that's... First of all, that's a very bold claim. A chainsaw?
Yeah, so Your Honor, I received a report this morning, basically, Jack, the prosecutee, I think.
It's
Your
over.
Honor, he doesn't even know what he's
It's
talking
over.
about.
Hey, I'll get to you in a second. Continue.
Basically, was done after a day of working, and
Your Honor,
was
this guy
at
needs to
dinner.
learn how to speak English.
Okay, hold on. Let me write this down.
At dinner, and somebody came up to him and said, "Your Jack Off Sunday videos suck," and Jack Baronato could not take it anymore and decided to use a chainsaw on him in the middle of the restaurant.
Your Honor, I would just like to say speculation here. Why is Jack in a restaurant with a chainsaw beside him at all times, ready to go?
Hold on. Let me switch it to you for a second. I mean, you bring a pretty valid point here. Chainsaw.
We always leave our equipment at home or on the job site, Your Honor. We would never go to sit-down restaurant and have our work gear beside us on the ground.
Okay. Do you have any evidence to support the fact that you leave your equipment where you say you do? Oh, breaking news. Hold on. Oh, no.
Fuck.
Your Honor, I would just like to speak on this. See, even over there, the prosecutor's disappointed. But no worries. Jack off says this is just a temporary pause because once I get Jack off, we will be resuming the Jack Off Sundays as per usual. So no worries, it's just a simple pause in the hiatus of all the chaos. However, once we clearly prove that he would not bring a chainsaw to a restaurant and just cut open somebody, because everybody has their opinions. Everybody has their opinions. We've seen the comments on YouTube. We've seen the comments. Ooh, you suck on the Epic Mania Bros. We've seen those comments, and you know what? We would never cut open with someone with a chainsaw, let alone in a restaurant, in front of so many people. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, that's a pretty insane claim.
It is. How many witnesses do you have? How many people are in this restaurant? Do you have video evidence?
A doctor
No, hold
was
on.
there.
Just stop talking for a second. Since it's on your side, bring Santa Claus into this fucking room right now.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll bring in Santa Claus right now. No, sorry, hold on a second. Yeah, just calling in witness.
How do I accept it,
You have to hit the hammer on my button.
On your button?
Yep.
Okay, do it again.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
that's how it works.
We gotta flip it.
Oh, fuck. Wrong one.
Ah! Jesus!
Oh, there we go. Santa!
See, I knew he was real.
Yep, see? Santa Claus was there, and you know that Santa Claus would never lie, so may I question him?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Hit the...
How do I... Oh, fuck. Hold on. Fuck, he's gone.
Here, I'll call... Don't worry, I'll call... him. I understand this is only your second
Oh, no,
time.
he's here.
There he is. So, Mr. Claus. Eric, Mr. Claus. You were there. You're always watching. So he's always witnessing. Yeah, see, there we go. He's always witnessing. He's always witnessing all we're doing. Now, let me just pull some evidence here.
Okay.
So sorry. Just looking through my pardon me.
Yeah. Who did that?
It was him.
That was Johnny.
Sir, you being here is a fucking privilege. It is not something to take advantage of.
That was him.
You are doing this for whatever fucking company you work for, and that's it, huh? I'm sorry for the language, Santa. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, Santa Claus, being a medical professional that you are, we examined the damage to said person, and it wasn't that of a chainsaw, but more of a bone saw. Breaking news. Sorry, apologies. So, I'm not sure because clearly the chainsaw, right? It's that similar of a bicycle chain, you know. It's the lengthy chains, they're girthy, whereas the bone saw, it's very thin. You could see it was clearly a hacking job.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure what the prosecutor over here is saying about chainsaw, and again, with the sound of it, it's very identifiable, even across the street, anywhere. Chainsaws are so loud. What he's failing to identify and realize over there, the prosecutor, that is LeBron James, is that Santa Claus, when he was watching, and you can agree with me, Santa, is that this man who was attacked, hate it or not, was attacked by somebody with a bone saw. And the medical records clearly reflect that. So I'm not sure what the rebuttal of the prosecutor is. However, there would be clear evidence, not only just by the damage, but by the oil from the chainsaw in the bar. Because the thing is, for a chainsaw to be powered, it has to run on the oil, and the oil spits out from the chain on the bar. There was no bar oil inside the body of the man who was murdered. Just incisions and cuts by a bone saw. Now, I would like to have the prosecutor over here offer his rebuttal, because this is what Santa saw.
Your Honor, if I may, thank you. I just want to quickly mention really quickly that Santa Claus was actually drinking during that look that they were talking about, meaning that he didn't quite actually get a full understanding of the story, especially since wine is a very alcohol-dense drink, making it very easy to get drunk from. So Santa Claus was actually not fully coherent in these studies used. Additionally, I want to also bring up what Jack wrote as a quote-unquote treasure map, but was actually the restaurant's layout as he was in there, making it known that this was pre-planned, actually, in fact.
Okay, if I may.
I just have one question for the defense.
Yes.
You were mentioning a bone saw, right?
Yes.
Do you have any proof of this claim at all? Any evidence, any proof that could tell me that this was indeed a bone saw?
It was reflective in the medical report that I brought, Your Honor.
Where's the report? Oh, you brought the report?
I did bring the report.
You did indeed bring the report.
I did, signed by a doctor.
Signed by a doctor?
Exactly, signed off. This was the medical coronary report here. And Your Honor, if I may.
Just 1 second. That's a doctor, right?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would
That
he
is
be
actually
able to discern if that is a forged report or not?
yes, as he's actually my witness, in fact.
Okay.
Doctor, if you may look at this and you can prove to let people know that this was actually fake.
Oh, yes, sir.
Fake.
I could clearly see on the papers here that, in fact, there's even some used tissue here from the doctor that this is a crappy job. I mean, you could tell the fake indentations.
Your Honor, speculate. He's
fake all
using
over
on courtroom language there. He's saying crappy. I mean, who is this guy? This is clearly a man who was paid over here.
Your Honor,
Did you find this doctor off Temu?
No, Your Honor, this is a doctor, not a lawyer, so he is not familiar with courtroom language. That is my apologies. I should have gotten him familiar with
being
that.
a doctor,
What doctor would speak like that?
Professional form
Yeah.
of,
He's been off being a doctor for about 2 weeks now, so he doesn't
Why
get
is
to
that?
use
Very interesting. Why was he laid off?
He's been hold on, I gotta write that down.
jury
You
duty
didn't note that.
made him leave in advance because he's a very busy man, of course. saving other people's lives.
But you said he was off.
Yes.
But he was still saving people's lives, so that means he was still actively working as
Wait,
a
No,
hold
what-
on. He
no,
just
what I
he
was-
just said he's doing jury duty, but how is he a witness if he's doing jury duty?
Yeah, why is he here?
He's not a juror, then he's a witness.
Sir,
Your Honor, if I may.
let me
I
flip
made
it
a
to the
slight
other side.
mistake.
Let me flip it to the other side.
Okay, Your Honor, if I may, those medical documents were taken from the hospital that the man was admitted to. So I would just like to ask the prosecutor over here how those medical documents were forged when they were signed by the doctor who then pronounced him dead and examined him and then processed by the coronary office. If I may. And I also am curious about this plan, about this map, and how the restaurant was all drawn up. I'm just very curious about all of that. If you want to switch over.
Look on the face.
What?
Nothing. I'll get back to you after.
If you may ask, I'm just curious how the medical documents could possibly be forged.
He mentioned there was something about tissue paper.
Yes, if you may give me access to speak.
Yeah, sure.
And present. Thank you. Your Honor, I would like to mention that the doctor that made this report is actually on Aidan and Jack's corporate team. They commonly work together on many things. So this could have easily been... Yes, they have a corporation, and there's proof...
Okay, hold on. Before you even continue, can you do me a favor and give me the definition of a corporate team? Because what the fuck are you talking about? A corporate team?
It's...
Oh my fucking goodness, okay?
It's another way.
This is no laughing matter. You were coming to my courtroom and saying that someone was murdered by a chainsaw in a restaurant, which is absolutely insane, first of all. And now you're saying he's part of a corporate team.
Your Honor, a corporate team is another way of saying corporation. Because the corporation works together.
The corporation works... Okay. Now, I'm just gonna ask one question to the defense.
Yep.
Of course,
I just want to ask if you have any other relevant evidence, because you've only brought one evidence so far, and I mean, so far, you know, your side is pretty solid. But do you have any other relevant evidence you can give at this time?
I actually do, Your Honor. And it's about the said doctor on the witness stand, the one that's on jury duty, but is also a witness. Found some leaked DMs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Both are
Between
relevant to
these
the
two.
case.
Your Honor, it is very relevant. For one, these two know each other, actually. He's not a real doctor. He is who this man over here was pretending to be earlier. He's more of a Mike from Suits, if you will. He's a bit of a fraud. He poses as an MD and speaks on behalf of his friends like Tyler. They work in what's called a corporate team. And no, all jokes aside, I'm just making fun of the prosecutor over there. No, but they do have quite the relationship here. There have been e-transfers exchanged between one another and said leaked DMs. Oh yes, they are very well connected. The leaked DMs between these two actually was because the doctor had been let go. He is not on jury duty. It was a slip up by him because what he meant to say was the 2 weeks he was supposed to be a witness. However,
yeah, I got you.
these 2 weeks he had been let go from the walk-in clinic he was working at when they found that he had forged his MD records. He is not a practicing doctor. He is not a legal doctor. He graduated from the University of Columbia, which is, as in Columbia, the Latin country. Yes, Latin-speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, they apparently have a university. No, they don't. They don't just hand out MDs like that. There is no record of him as a student. The leaked DMs between these two was Tyler talking to him and telling him, look, I have this document here. I need you to come in, use your ability as an MD, even though he's not an official doctor. That's why he's off. He's been let go because he is not a legitimate practicing doctor. He is actually a fraud. And he's using his expertise to decipher whether a legal, legitimate medical document signed off by a doctor at a hospital, which happened to be the closest hospital he was taken to. It could have been any doctor in there. There are actual several doctors who had seen the case, including multiple nurses who addressed the blunt force trauma to the victim. And that doctor happened to sign off.
Your Honor.
I just have one more question before I switch to the other side, huh?
Yes.
If these are DMs,
Yes.
how did you find out about the e-transfers?
Oh, you can scroll through all of their DMs. It's a multitude of DMs there.
But
You
they
got the
specifically give you the
they
bank
mention-
information?
They don't specifically give the bank information, but they talk about e-transfers.
Okay.
So I don't know the numbers. I don't know his banking information, but there are clear texts and exchanges asking, "Did you get my money? Did the money send?" etc. You can see it throughout.
Okay, let me switch to the other side.
Your Honor, I just want to say, while yes, it may be true that me and the doctor used to be very...
Hold on, breaking fucking news. Breaking news. Oh, this is not a good look.
Alrighty. As I was saying, Your Honor,
He's
it
on
is
your
true
team.
that back
by
in
the
the
way.
day,
Sorry, I had to
If I
report the news.
if I may, Your Honor, while it is true that the doctor and I used to be friends back in the day, a long, long while ago, it is clearly stated in the evidence that those leaked DMs was years ago. And I would like to mention that while yes,
Hold on. You know you're not allowed to use personal friends as witnesses for someone else's court case.
Your Honor, he has leaked emails that is not a part of the evidence, and that is how he's able to find out. So if he can use those, then I'm allowed to use this. Now, I would like to mention that how I know
You
that
know
they
DMs are open source police information, huh?
Yes, however, the e-transfers
Okay,
were
alright.
from the emails rather than the
Okay,
DMs,
the emails
which he
not-
illegally accessed.
So
and
hold on. So
I
you're
never said anything
confirming
about an
there were
email.
e-transfers.
Yes, but not from me. They were from other people.
What do you mean other people? You said they were from you. How did you know
I said there was
e-transfers
other-
were from other people?
Why do you know so much about the witness and his e-transfers? I thought you were friends years ago.
Hey, no, let me speak.
Sorry.
Let me finish, please. If I may. Listen.
I'm listening.
Let me finish full way through, okay?
I'm listening, bro.
Okay? These transfers
Okay.
from back in the day, from me, were very
From you.
small amounts of when we used to get coffee together.
Okay.
One of us would pay for each other's so let's say because one of us was typically late. So what we would do is we would go in the restaurant, we would get ourselves a cup of coffee for one of us and the other person, and then later we would e-transfer them. That way, none of us paid for the other person's coffee, and we both were equally e-transferred. That was the
Hold on,
only
hold on.
e-transfers
Can
that
we-
were made.
Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Yes.
There has not been a single thing you said in the past 10 minutes about Jack killing someone with a chase.
The opposition had brought up the e-transfers. And
Yes.
I had to clarify.
I'm not gonna lie, you need to have a dumber evidence here or you're finished.
So, I would like to actually bring some evidence now that you're mentioning it.
In fact, you might be going to jail after this. I'm not gonna lie.
As I had stated, Jack earlier had. Now, I would really appreciate if you guys would stop laughing. It's
Yes,
very
everyone-
unprofessional in this courtroom.
I'm sorry.
You brought your best friend as a never mind, just continue.
Apologies. I'm just laughing at the unprofessionalism of this.
Yeah.
The unprofessionalism that the opposition is actually laughing. So, as I was stated earlier, the doctor's report was fake, and I can prove that because here is a size 47 sock from the doctor that was gifted from the opposition, actually.
Size 47.
I'm sorry, this was a gift?
Yes.
Who?
So this, the opposition had actually gifted this specific sock to the doctor that made the report about the bone chains, whatever the hell it's called. And last but not least, here's actually a plane ticket that the doctor had bought afterwards to leave the country, so he wouldn't have been caught doing all of this fake evidence producing.
Okay. Okay.
The doctor is currently out of the country, which
How
is
the
why
fuck did you get his plane ticket?
the feds had given that to me after request.
So the FBI came to you and gave you this plane ticket. Okay. Okay. I'm just thinking about the logistics here. So let's get back. Let me just ask you a very, very simple question, okay?
Okay.
A question that's been dawning on me since the beginning of this case.
Okay.
Stop fucking laughing. I'm about to go over there and slap the shit out of you with this hammer, right? This is serious.
Apologies, Your Honor.
No worries. Anyways, here's my question, okay? Very, very straightforward, simple question, huh?
Yep.
What restaurant in the entire fucking world do you know of that lets people bring chainsaws to the dinner table, huh?
Well, you see, they hadn't actually eaten yet, Your Honor. They had only just gone in, so nobody was able to
You
actually
said
notice.
they were sitting down, huh?
Yes, they had sat down, but they hadn't actually eaten anything yet. They had ordered a drink, and so before the server could
Jack
actually
was
notify
at a
the
dinner
manager.
with a chainsaw, and someone came up to him.
Yes,
That's
Your
what I
Honor.
wrote down.
That is correct. He was sat down for dinner, but he hadn't actually gotten the food yet.
So, okay, no, but how? I don't think you're understanding the question. How did they let a chainsaw into the dinner table?
I have a question. What did he order?
That is irrelevant to the case. Secondly, I would like to mention that Jack would have, Jack would have raging hard boners, which is how he was able to hide the chainsaw.
I'm sorry, what? So you mean to tell me that he had a chainsaw in his pants?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. Let me search something up real quick. I'm gonna have to use Google Chrome for the case here.
Your Honor, there's no Wi-Fi in here.
So you mean to tell me that
Google
he
Chrome search is
hid-
irrelevant to the case.
You mean to tell me that he managed to hide a 72-inch object in his trousers?
We're not talking about the engine either, Your Honor. Respectfully, I am familiar with chainsaw equipment. The engine itself is enormous. There are no pants in the world that would be able to fit even the size of that engine alone.
I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you.
Your Honor, Jack had a prototype of these brand new trousers that actually were able to hide all of this and more.
And more.
And more. What else?
Well, I'm out of
Yeah.
evidence I can bring to the table, but I have a used bullet casing because Jack was actually a
Huh?
common.
Okay, hold on. Just that's enough. Let me conclude. I think it's time to conclude this case. Let me just finish out with everything I've been brought with today, okay? So, Jack Farinato, our suspect here, was at a dinner after a work session with a chainsaw that he hid in his pants. That happened to be, Johnny, you know if I'm getting this right, that happened to be prototype pants that can hide a chainsaw.
Yeah, I believe that's what he said,
and
Your Honor.
more. And more.
And more. Yeah.
More.
I used bullet casing.
I think it was a
actually
used
in
bullet
the trousers.
casing that was in there.
And
Yeah.
a used bullet casing. And the doctor that completed the full autopsy, right,
Correct.
concluded that it was a bone saw. However, you claim that it was forged, it was fake, and he took a fucking plane ticket to Guantanamo Bay.
Yes. I can confirm, Your Honor, and we have proven that with the gift of the socks.
The
size
singular
47
size
sock.
47 sock that smells like cheese. That was the
Yes.
gift that paid him off. That's what he's alleging, Your Honor.
Those were actually prototype socks from the factory.
Tyler.
I couldn't.
One second, Nick.
I couldn't keep it together. Oh my god.
Oh, if you press play again, you
that
don't have to leave alone.
him and the doctor as the witness knew each other, but these e-transfers were for coffee. We're not friends. We haven't been friends in years. And the e-transfers were over text, but then he brought in emails, and that actually he got this.
I'm back.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude. That was so...
Tyler, I don't want you as my lawyer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Johnny, did you see these notes I put up on my screen? I told you to check Discord.
No,
What's
no, I
that?
didn't see that.
CIA is finished.
And he just asked the feds, give me this guy's plane ticket. Like,
There's an inside job.
LXZH2X.
the prototype pants. He snuck in the chainsaw.
Johnny, what's the code?
LXZH2X.
When Andrew said, okay, you're saying the chains on the table. You said that he didn't. He didn't sit down. What restaurant would let in the chainsaw? Well, they did. But you said he sat down and this man came up to the table. I snuck it in front of my
I'll be journalist this time.
What is, sorry, LZ, what?
LXZH2X.
Oh, Alex said H2X. Sorry. Oh my god, I could not keep it together. Hearing this shit that this guy was rambling on about.